Here we are on the homepage of fruityknitting.com, and I'm viewing the website on a computer, so it'll look slightly different on a phone. This here is the top menu bar, and when you click on episodes, you will find all of our episode posts in chronological order. So here's episode 125, episode 124, 123, and so on and so forth. If we click on episode 125, we have the full summary of everything that's included in that episode. Now, a lot of our viewers want to find the episode in which we talk about a specific topic or had a specific guest on our show, and an easy way to do this is to type a relevant keyword into the search bar that's right here. For example, if you're interested in grafting your project and would like to find an episode in which we discuss the subject, type the keyword grafting here in the search bar and then click enter. You want to keep your keywords short. Now the results will show every episode that includes grafting. Alright, so let's go to episode 57, which featured Meg Swanson. She's the daughter of Elizabeth Zimmerman. As we scroll down, we can see that in this episode, Mum talked about how to fix your mistakes by cutting and grafting in garter stitch. So back then, Mum had made her ribbing too long and she wanted to fix that without having to rip back all of her beautiful cabling. If you want to watch this episode, then you can scroll up again and just click the highlighted episode 57. That will take you straight to the episode on YouTube. We have produced 126 episodes by now, and we featured well over 200 guests on Fruity Knitting. You can find our guests and the episode they feature in by clicking on Guests on the top menu bar. And here you will see all the indexes of the main segments that we have in our episodes. So at the top we've got our interview guests for the feature interviews. Then we've got new releases, Meet the Shepherdess, and finally Knitters of the World. So if you want to know whether someone has been featured on our show or you can't remember which episode the guest was on, then these indexes will save you a lot of time. Our episode always contains a feature interview, which is at least 30 minutes long. And when I click on interview guests, you will see this very long list here. It's by far the longest list out of all of our indexes. Mum's just shown you her beautiful boho stickning jumper. So let's go to the boho stickning interview, which was back in episode 112. Now when I click the link will take me directly to the interview on YouTube. Let's go back to guests on the top menu bar. So I'm going to click on that now. Now maybe you feel like watching a Meet the Shepherdess segment, and we don't feature them in every episode, so the fastest way to find one is through the Meet the Shepherdess index. I'm going to click on that now. Let's say good day to Murray and Harry Watson from Millpost Merino. They are two brothers and the 7th generation to run their family sheep farm in New South Wales.
G'day, my name's Murray Watson. And I'm Harry, Murray's brother, and we're from Millpost, a sheep farm on the New South Wales Southern Tablelands near Bungendore, which is about half an hour east of Canberra, Australia's capital. So Millpost's a family farm. Our parents, Judith and David, came.
I think you understand the guest indexes now, so let's move on to the tutorials. Early on, we created some video tutorials that take you through a whole project from start to finish. So Mum takes you through the different steps and necessary techniques along the way. There are 5 of these altogether, and you can find them by clicking on Tutorials, which is on the top menu bar next to Guests. So here's the windy scarf right at the top by Martin Story. We've got the barbel hat, the Calder beanie, the mist slouchy, and then on the next page, we have the darkness coat by Kim Hargraves, which has been our most popular tutorial out of the 5. Now these tutorials are visible to everyone, but we also have a special tutorial index which is only available to our patrons. And on the left side of our blog we provide several links for our patrons. I will show you the others, but first let's get on to the tutorial index. So I'm going to click on that. And as you can see, we have lots of tutorials. Some are simple and some are more complex for advanced knitters. I'm going to click on the tutorial called Reinforcing the Sticks with a Sewing Machine. Because I'm a patron, I'll have immediate access, but if you're not a patron, you will have to sign up first. Alright, let's go back to the links for patrons. Now up the top we always have the current patron discount, as well as the upcoming Fruity Knitting live event, which our Shetland patrons can attend live and both Shetland and Merino patrons can listen to as an audio podcast later on. Then we have our Fruity Knitting Patron Community Forum, and that's where patrons can come together to discuss and show off their projects or ask each other questions if they need help. And finally, here is the link to our audio podcast index for our Shetland and Merino patrons. So there are 61 audio podcasts available altogether, and when I click the link here, it takes me directly to Patreon. We recently had a very fun event with Sarah Hatton, which was filled with funny stories and very valuable knitting advice. You don't need to be on the Patreon website to listen to these audio podcasts. You can also access them with your preferred podcast app on your phone. We're back on the Fruity Knitting blog now. If you would like to become a patron and support our work, then you can find all the relevant details here by clicking on Contribute. And if you're having any difficulties, you can go up to the top menu bar and click on Patron Sign Up Help. Here we have some simple instructions on how to become a Fruity Knitting patron or how to change your level of support.